Okay, hello viewers. Yes, you are welcome once again to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be talking about how to invest in buy-to-let property. There are a lot of investment which you can engage in, and it is buy to let. Although it is a bit capital intensive, and this makes it different from buying of stocks and shares. However, it is more durable, more reliable, and more of capital growth and yields. So buying a property, it involves a lot of securing specialized mortgage. Usually you're going to need about 25% as a minimum to put down for as a deposit for the property. 25% of the cost of the property. So there are many things to consider when you are thinking about buy to let. In order for you to be able to be financially independent, and it's also help you in a way to be able to allow your money to be working for you and not you working for your money. So it's better than also keeping your money in the bank, because the percentage you realize from keeping your money in the bank is very minimal compared to the yield that you get from a buy to let property. So you should have a minimum deposit of 25%. So that is the first thing you need to consider. The deposit. So first of all, we call that you can call that a financial setup for your buy to let. 25%. The lender will be requiring you to put in 25%. Some lenders may offer you 20%. It depends. Then buy to let is an interest only mortgage. What it means is that you pay interest monthly and the capital at the end of your term. Let's say the term for the mortgage is 25 years. So what you'll be paying is you'll be paying the interest on the mortgage, which is, but the actual amount that is lent to you by the bank will be payable at the end of the mortgage. So when you are considering a buy to let, you have to think about your eligibility. Are you eligible? And there are other things to consider also apart from the financial setup, but let me cover the financial setup first. So the eligibility, do you already own a home, and are you earning a minimum personal income? So personal income, very important. So the bank will want to know what are you earning. Will you be able to pay up your interest. So now, then how to set up the buy to let is very important. Some people, their buy to let is in their name. So if you set up a buy to let in your name, you got to consider the tax implication of a buy to let. Now the government requires you to pay based on your total income without considering your expenses when you your buy to let is in your personal name. While and some others consider a buy to let in a what we call in the as a company. So you register a company, and then the property will be in your company name. So this it's very helpful, and also in when it comes to tax efficiency. So this can be done, this is being done due to tax efficiency. And so when you, after you must have considered your financial setup, first of all, which is your deposit, and second, which is you need to know that there is going to be monthly interest being paid on the property. And then the second third eligibility is, are you a homeowner? Do you already have a property? Can you afford the payment? And so this your minimum, what's your minimum wage? Do you have a personal income? So these are the things. Then the lender also calculate borrowing based on rental income, which generally must be 125 to 145% of the mortgage payment. Then it comes to finding a property. How do you find property? So that is what we call sourcing. You source, looking for property, such as property like this, buy to let, and also you need to consider location. Look for area with high rental demand. You need to look for area with high rental demand, such as areas that are close to hospital, close to transport network, university. Those are the things you need to consider. Location, and is the place populated? And then the second one you need to consider is the what's going to be your yield. How much will the property be yielding, annual yield, and also the capital growth. Some places like London, the capital growth in London is very high. However, the yield at the moment is very low. So these are the things that you need to consider. Then you also need to target a tenant, tailor the property to your targeted market. So what type of market are you looking for? Houses for family? Is it houses? Is it a flat for professionals? So is it going to be affordable for your targeted tenants? So this is very important. Then, as I've also mentioned earlier, the legal and tax obligation. So when you're buying a buy to let, the stamp duty the stamp duty for buy to let is completely different from the stamp duty you will be paying for a house of for personal residency. Stamp duty, you will pay higher rate of stamp duty land tax on a buy to let property. And then also you going to need a solicitor for the process. So you got to consider the amount that you're going to pay for solicitor. Hire a solicitor to manage your conveyancer and also searches and enquiries. They've got to do a lot of inquiry. Is the place floodplain? Is it a place that very close to mining shaft? Also, what are the future of the land? So those are the things that are considered. Then also regulation, you must provide an energy performance certificate. So first, when you are buying, you should be able to request for energy performance certificate from the seller. So the seller, and also for rental property, now I think the government regulation is going to be soon required that the energy performance certificate should be C, category C, to above category C rated. This is to ensure that and also you need to know that there should be up-to-date gas certificate and electric safety installation, electric safety certificate. Then also ensuring that there is installation of fire alarm in the property. Then after you must have then done this and acquired your property, or before you acquire your property, you need to also consider that you need to think, do you want to manage the property on your own? Do you have the time to spend to visit the property, to do any work in the property? Depending on the distance of where you're buying from to where you are living, some people may consider giving the property to letting agent. So if you are going to give your property to letting agent, you need to consider the agent that will be handling it, and also vetting the tenant, proper vetting of tenant, to make sure that the tenant is able to pay. There are new rules now that will be coming into force, which is coming into force on the rental bill in May, in 1st of May 2026. Is what something that you need to look into about the what does this mean to you as a will-be tenant, because the rules are changing for landlords, and it's changing between your consideration and your interaction between you and your tenant. So these are the things that you need to consider. It's called a rental rights bill, and it's going to bring about indefinite tenancy, which means that short tenancy will disappear. There will be no more short tenancy. I'm going to also discuss more in detail about rentals bills, which is coming into effect in 1st of May. Then also talking about eviction Section 21 is no longer going to be applicable. That is, the no fault eviction of tenant is going to end. Then notice period will change. The rent increase, the procedure for increasing of rent also will change. The rent in advance procedure also, there's going to be changes, and also consideration about bidding wars, pets, discrimination against people who are on benefit, and family with children. These are some of the things that will be in the front burner in the new rentals bill. So that is that. So let me continue with the management of your property. So mainly some property are better managed by professionals, because it involves a lot of things. It involves setting up an agreement, which agreement needs to be done by a legal practitioner, or which may be among the management team. So letting agents, then tenant screening, and also insurance. So these are the things that you need to consider. As a landlord, you need to obtain an insurance, specific insurance to cover building and the liability. So then essential tips are budget for void. You need to budget for void, making sure that you've got funds available when the property is not occupied. Because when the property is not occupied, you will still need to pay your the bank interest on the loan that you have obtained. And not only that, you're also going to require to pay council tax. Some places will not give you an option of option not to pay council tax when the property is not in use. So this, you need to make sure that you have a budget for this, for the void period. Avoid over leveraging. Do not borrow more than you can comfortably afford, even with current high interest rate. Then you need to consider that you will be also taxed. And apart from that, there are other expenses that goes along with buy to let. Like I said, depending on which type of how you are obtaining the buy to let, either in your personal name or in the company name. So consult a tax professional on whether to purchase in your name or via limited liability company. Section 24 rules may impact personal ownership. So Section 24 rule means that you will be paying tax based on total income, total rent you are getting from that property, without giving consideration for the interest you are paying to the bank, or the expenses that you incur on the property. Whereas there are some, if the property is in a limited liability company, you can take out expenses, you can take out interest. You need to consult a professional, tax professional for this. So these are the things. And then also making sure that you buy the property at the right price and not inflated price. You got to do your working. So the working is very important on for you to know if the property is going to be of yield, give you a good returns, annual return. And that is what I consider as I consider it as